Welcome back to another video. I know we put up a video earlier today and we are having brush fires because we have not had rain in New Jersey, but we're back for another video. And I had to do this video today because I want to give you some time to get yourself ready. Also, we have a really busy day tomorrow. So I said, let me get on here and make sure that my peeps are equipped with this information. You know that we have been going through this expansive spiritual journey. And I talked on a prayer call a month ago, or maybe September, the end of September, about how the Holy Spirit spoke to me, the word Schumann resonance. I never knew what that was. And since finding out there's this shift in the world, the earth has a frequency. And just knowing that I am so at awe with the Lord and all of the things that are just happening. And one of the things that I keep hearing is that the veil is just thin, and that things are happening very quickly. You can ask for a thing and it shows up. And I say that often to my friends. I'm like, I just said this, or do you remember me talking about this? And then it just showed up, or I wanted to know what this thing was, and next thing you know, it just shows up. It happens all the time. And because of that, I don't want you all to miss what is happening in the next hours. So today is the eve of 11/11. If you're not familiar with the 11/11, it's the 11/11 portal. It opened up on November the 1st, and it extends to the end of the month. Just to give you some backdrop, my table is shaking. Just to give you some backdrop, one of the things when we grew up, it was always an 8-8, right? And the number 8, when you went to church, it was like 8. 8 is a number of new beginnings, and you always knew what certain numbers mean. So this is not a new thing. Again, we talk about the things that were in the Bible that we incorporated in our faith walk earlier, and then now we're walking or treading a different path. And so you're looking at these things a little bit different, right? With a different understanding, a different lens. So I just want to put that out there first. So 8-8 is another significant portal. And that day I spend a lot of time, same thing, praying and whatever I feel called to do at that time. I just know I found that portal 2 years ago. And it is something that I pay attention to because I know for me, I've always had a great understanding of spirituality ever since, I want to say, possibly 8 years old. I remember my mother watching Nostradamus, and I had to be 8 years old. And she's no longer here. I wish I could go back and ask her, like, what was all of that about? But it doesn't even matter. It kind of gives me some understanding now, right? Okay. So tomorrow is 11/11, and I wanted to just talk about what we have planned to do for tomorrow, because there's this portal opening, and it's a great time of manifestation, which we've been talking about. I walked through the whole video of how I manifested a new opportunity and my passwords and all of that great stuff. So I'll link it in this video. And that was just recently. So here we are. Tomorrow's 11/11, and I just want to talk to you about some of the things that we are going to do for tomorrow and give you an opportunity to come along, research, and find out what resonates with you, because it's always like, does this feel like what you should do? We're all called to different things. But for us, tomorrow, it will be the morning, and it will be a time to get outside in nature, because it's always a thing for us. And then open up in prayer and spend time in prayer and meditation. And then we found this video, and I want to give you her name. I think it's Holly Avolio. I found her video on TikTok, and she talked about these 4 things that resonated with me, and I want to share them with you. So we're going to do meditation, of course, meditation, prayer, hand in hand, nature, and just go outside and be with the Lord, right? Because I'm so fond of just sitting there and being outside, and it's not cold yet, extremely cold. So I have some time just to sit there and just talk to the Lord before my day goes on. And With that will come affirmations. And I want to just pause on affirmations for a little bit because we are in the process of, and I'll make sure that I do a video a little bit later about shadow work. And one of the things with shadow work is that you are going through your affirmations. One of the things I noticed is that when certain affirmations come up, you can do affirmation videos for days. There is sometimes this uncomfortable feeling that you have. And with that comes resistance. We talked about it in our password video. And with that resistance becomes, ooh, maybe you're not ready for it. And that's why I love the password, because I would just say it without resistance because it was something that I had to do. So it's a constant practice. It's like going to the gym, lifting weights. Affirmations has to be incorporated in my everyday. It's a mindset change and working on your subconscious level, right? To bring it to conscious. So we'll be doing affirmations. And then the 4 things that Holly had brought up was 11 things that you're grateful for, 11 things that you've learned over this year, 11 things that you desire. And that's why I wanted to get on here, to give you time to think about it. And 11 ways that you serve the world. And that's going to probably be the hardest thing for me. And maybe not, because once I write them down, it's like, oh, yes, you do this. Oh, yes, you do that. Right? So we have prayers and meditation, affirmation, gratitude, learning, desire, and how we serve the world. Those are our things that we are going to do tomorrow. And then we are going to seal it, close it, and however the Lord gives us to do. We're pulling out a journal, of course, writing all this down and making sure that we have it all documented, because I always want to go back and look over prayers. I'm amazed at going back to look over what I have gone through, the journey of it, and then watching it unfold. It's just the greatest movie ever, right? It's our story. So I wanted to make sure that I came on here tonight, before it's too late, to make sure that you were equipped and prepared for the 1111 portal. Please, please, please make sure that you let me know if you have participated. And I also want to know if some things that you've been praying for just showed up. This is not on some materialistic stuff. This is really, some of us have had some things in front of God and had blockages. And one of the greatest things that you can do when asking those desires is like, God, if I don't know how to do it, give me the wisdom, knowledge. That's the thing that I pray for all the time. Supernatural intellect is what I pray for all the time. Wisdom, knowledge, counsel, understanding, comprehension. Those are things that I pray for all the time. If you don't know how to do it, how to start, where to start, you start asking for those things. Solomon asked for wisdom, and after wisdom, it all shows up after that. You see, I got excited about that. So if you don't know, ask for that, and you watch things happen. But I would love to hear from you all and let me know what happened. But this is a great time. Also, it's a great time because it's an 11/11, and I will tell you really quickly, we have a video coming up. It's such a synchronistic time, in that if I can tell you what is happening, it's like this number and this number and this sign and this sign. It's like, it's all just, every time I turn around, I'm like, ooh, ooh, ooh. Such in the spiritual lane. And I feel like that spiritual lane is just so good right now. And then just me in front of God, like me and you. This is like this, you know, like just eyes on you. That's what I want to share with you today. Please comment, subscribe, and share to be greatly appreciated. And again, come on back and let me know what took place in your life. I'd love to hear it. Take care as always. Be blessed.